The last 6 months, I've been using AI for almost everything, from business negotiations to oil stains on my pants. Today, I'm giving you an AI 101 course. What it actually is, how you get good at it, and how it helps you figure shit out when you're stuck. The podcast we're talking about is an interview on the Art of Manliness podcast with Ethan Mollick, a Wharton professor who's been pioneering the way AI is being used in everyday life. He published a book in 2024 called Co-Intelligence: Living and Working with AI. This is I Learned It on a Podcast, where I tell you the fascinating lessons podcasts have taught me to help you in your business and your life. If you've used ChatGPT or heard of it, you may still be wondering what it actually is. Ethan Mollick calls it the world's fanciest autocomplete. But instead of completing a sentence, it can write a whole email, talk to you about complicated questions, or explain clouds to your kids. But it's still just predicting the next word in the sentence based on everything it's read. It's built on what's called an LLM, or large language model. It trains by reading massive amounts of text, and then learns different patterns about how the words are strung together. Important point here. When you ask it questions, you are not getting answers from a big database like Google. It is generating answers based on patterns. And what I love about ChatGPT and all the others is that you get to have a conversation with it. When my son Abe had pneumonia, we would tell ChatGPT his temperature, and it would give us answers in plain English about what might be going on. Then we would ask it follow-up questions. It was like having a calm nurse by our side. Had we looked up his symptoms on Google, we might have gotten some crazy rush him to the hospital article and panicked. But you have to watch out. These LLMs like ChatGPT and Claude can give you total BS answers and sound really confident when they give it to you. It's what's called hallucinating. One time, I wanted to know the effects of eating eggs every day. And I got 2 different answers just based on how I phrased the question. They even cited a made-up medical source. You have to be on your toes. AI can seem brilliant and helpful, but just like a person, it's not perfect. When it gives you responses, you have to think about them. You can't just accept that they're right. If you're getting something out of this, I would be grateful if you would subscribe. I break down powerful lessons like this every 2 weeks. And if you know of a life-changing podcast that you think would be cool to feature on this show, please send me a message. AI has become a daily part of how I operate, at work and at home. The biggest shift is that I've stopped Googling so much. Instead of asking a question and getting a list of links to sort through, I ask AI and it responds like a conversation. I often consult it for stains on my pants. We go back and forth discussing exactly how they happened, what antidotes I have available, and when I can get to a washing machine. Last week, ChatGPT told me how to pay my medical bills without going over my deductible. It recently gave me advice on schools for my son. It helped me figure out how to use my new teleprompter while making this episode. And it's analyzed why Lou Malnati's pizza always seems to send me to the toilet the next day. A really great example of the power of AI happened on a recent business trip to Frankfurt, Germany. I was confused at the airport trying to find the train station. The signs sucked, and they were in German. So I snapped a photo and uploaded it to ChatGPT. Here's exactly what it said back. Perfect. You're in the right place. From this spot, follow the sign pointing to Bahnhof railway stations, the blue sign at the top of the image. That will take you to both. Fern Bahnhof, long distance train like ICE to Stuttgart. Ethan Mollick says that if you really want to understand AI, Spend 10 hours using it and do everything you ethically can at your job. I never set out to do a 10-hour challenge, but looking back, I probably tripled that across all parts of my life. The more you use it, the more you realize the opportunities that AI can help you with. One strategy Mollick prescribes when using AI: don't ask for one idea. Ask for 200. Don't ask for one way to write a sentence. Ask for 30 and pick the best one. You're going to see that you luck into amazing ideas. Ideas that could take your project to places you didn't expect. You create serendipity, one of my favorite things in life. Let me show you what I mean by AI creating serendipitous ideas. Claude and I were working on how to phrase the value of AI into the intro of this video. I often prefer Claude to ChatGPT for writing. Many people do. It seems to adopt my tone better. So Claude gave me this line at the time to summarize AI: how it can unlock capabilities you didn't know you had. Then I said, give me 10 variations on that theme. Noah, I suppose the original one sort of sums it up, but what is the secret that can make you be able to get an oil stain out, navigate in real time at the airport, fix an annoying computer pain in the ass, negotiate, deal with your son's pneumonia? It helps you figure shit out. Claude: yes, figure shit out. That's exactly it. Noah: fucking A. Pardon my French. You just watched serendipity happen. By brainstorming with AI, I generated an awesome idea by working together with AI. It was a great line, right? But still, I admit, working with AI feels complicated for me as a writer. Sometimes using AI feels like having a parent help me with my homework, but doing too much of it for me. When I work with Claude to help me write something, and it comes back really polished and sounds like me, part of me thinks, wait, did I actually write this? Or did the AI? It's this weird guilt, like I'm cheating somehow. And honestly, sometimes I'm almost relieved when the AI doesn't get it right. When it gives me something that's 80% there, but needs my touch to make it work, which usually is what happens. But sometimes the opposite happens. I'll just spill out my messy thoughts to Claude. I'll tell it, say this, and this, and this, and now make it look pretty. And very often, it comes back hardly changed. That's when I realized the ideas were always mine. AI just helped me stop overthinking them and actually get them out. I think what I've realized is that AI doesn't replace the hard thinking. It just removes the friction. The ideas and the vision are still mine. It's just that now it's so much easier for me to put more ideas into the world. And the judgment of the final product is still mine. I often like to think of writing with AI as jazz. Sometimes it's even a trio, with me, Claude, and ChatGPT all riffing together. I toss out ideas, they respond, I adjust, and we create something better than any of us could have done alone. That's how you get the most out of AI. You embrace the conversation. Take Mollick's challenge. Spend 10 hours using AI for everything you ethically can at your job. Or better yet, use it for everything in your daily life that you have questions about. Ask it for its opinion, like when you need to put on sunscreen or what setting to put your phone's camera on. But just remember what we covered. It's predicting patterns, not searching databases. It can sound confident even when it's wrong. So pay attention when you disagree or something doesn't seem right. When you're working on something creative, brainstorm 50 ideas together rather than just 5. then discuss them back and forth to figure out your problem together. You'll quickly discover what AI is surprisingly good at and what it's not ready for. And you'll see how it could completely change the way you figure things out when you're stuck. I would love it if you would leave a comment about how AI has helped you in your life and what you discover when you try Mollick's 10-hour challenge. And if you found this video helpful, I suggest you check out another one of my recent videos with practical advice, such as 3 interview secrets that change how you talk to people.